had a great day so far, but we have one more match to play. And it is probably one of our most highly anticipated games of the day. It is going to be G2 facing off against the last hope for North America in TSM. Everyone wants to know when Bolo plays. Well, it's actually going to be right now. That's right, folks. Let's learn a little bit more about TSM.
So our group stage run, our first game versus Empire, we lost that game 2-1. It was a fairly difficult match for us. We thought we could have won it. Our second match was versus Norengu, fairly kind of easy. We won that 2-0. And then our next matchup to make it in the playoffs was versus Member. And I think that was fairly kind of easy, another 2-0 for us. We know how good we are and we're ready to prove everyone wrong. I kind of make it an effort on my team not to think about winning the tournament at all. We just want to take it one game at a time. Our goal when we made it, when we qualified for Raleigh, was we wanted to make it out of groups no matter what, and that's really all we focused on. Since we don't have a lot of experience, I think we have chill personalities. We don't get too high on a moment or get too low. We're just relaxing, having a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage representing North America, TSM! Now TSM is ready to go, but I couldn't think of a better team to call out last here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is G2 Esports.
Group stage wasn't too easy, but I think a lot of people looked at it as it was easy. We ourselves had some demons to fight between each other, and I think we made amends with those. We had a strong boot camp in Berlin at the G2 headquarters before this event, and I think that really gave us a pushing edge towards this event. Playing Cyclops first, CAG, gave us a good advantage. Playing a weaker-ish team, giving us some confidence, going to Secret, which was a lot more difficult, but we clutched it through. This event, we're looking at Force, we're looking at Empire, we're looking at ourselves. SSG, I think, are quite good. I saw a Reddit post about this, who can stop us at the Raleigh Major, and I think if you were to stop us, you better catch us in the semis or quarters, because final best of 5, we're undefeated so far. I would love to face Empire again in best of 5 final at a major to see who's the best team, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
And without further ado, welcome to the stage, G2 Esports! Now, it was just said that if you want to take out G2, well, you better do it right now. It's do or die for both of these teams. Ladies and gentlemen, North Carolina, let's bring the hype. Let's bring the energy. Come on, folks, get up, get loud. It's game day. It's your final match of the day. G2, TSM, let's throw down.
The end, Pengu has the blitz, still alive and well though, and they can use this to push into the site relatively unhindered. You can see he takes blips of damage, but it's not going to matter. So much control over the outcome of the round here. Goga finishes off Bolo, and it leaves only Pojoman alive. He does have a flank capability though to try and move around these players, but it's already been spotted, and Fabian has it iced out. That's the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. G2 are moving through once again to the semifinals, and TSM, the last hope for North America, is now out of the event, eliminating the entire region along with it.
No one in their entire life can ever be perfect. but G2 is damn close. It's a very, very impressive game by G2 overall. Everything that TSM tried to throw at them, roam harder, try and get that aggression, play turtle, clear this area, clear that, none of it sticking to G2. They walk away 2-0 up against TSM and snuff out North America's hopes and dreams on NA soil.
So Space Station failed earlier on today, and unfortunately TSM will falter now. The last hope for NA is now gone. That means only European teams will remain in this event. 2 hailing from the CIS region, 2, of course, from further west in Europe here. It's going to make for quite an epic turn of events throughout the course of this weekend. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. G2, some great respect coming out from their opponents as well here, as it's always good friends at the end of the day.
Again, overall, I am extremely impressed with TSM. This is their first major as a squad, and to even make it this deep and face against one of the titans of Rainbow Six Siege, and even take rounds off of them. I mean, that's really what matters. If it was 7-0, 7-0, it's a completely different story. But even showing some growth inside of your play, you have to be happy about it.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Here's Pengu with G2 Esports. Ladies and gentlemen. What happened? What did I do wrong?
Well, you obviously don't know me then, because I'm Fabian.
Fabian, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, I specifically asked for Pengu, but you know, I'm still learning. Hey, I'm still learning. This is my first time here, folks. So you know, you gotta give me a little slack. Give me a little slack. Fabian, it's a pleasure to have you here, my friend. I'm so sorry about that. Fabian, now, my friend, you have obviously had quite the run here in this competition. This you know, game against TSM really was just more G2 dominance, and it's just become a part of the brand of this team. You guys let Consulate through. Were you guys purposely stopping teams from playing Consulate because you were waiting for the big stage to play that map? Because you guys played it like you were so prepped on it.
Well, we can begin with you not know who I am. That's fine, no?
That's fair, that's fair.
That's fine. I'm pretty... I do the interviews on the stage, you know? And I always make fun of people. TSM picking Consulate into us, that's up to them. I don't really care what they pick. I think we're a better team overall. I'm a little bit happy about knocking out all of the NA hopes because, you know, when we're in Brazil, they don't like us there. I guess they don't like us here because we're NA, but it felt good knocking them out.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I like this guy. I like this guy. First time, and I'm digging it. So now, the other thing that you guys did quite a bit that the analyst, when we were talking about in the back, had pointed out, was that you guys removed Dokkaebi both times in maps 1 and 2. Was that because of the recent changes to Lion that you guys opted to just remove Dokkaebi because you just don't want to have to deal with that intel operator?
It's annoying to be called when you don't want to be, so that's why we banned it.
That's fair. That's fair. I always get like these weird numbers from these like Chinese companies that continuously try and bother me, get me to buy some like herbal tea or something. So now you have to match up against Force tomorrow. Force have been on a hot streak as of late, and you guys have just consistently played well on LAN, time in and time again. Do you feel like this team is the team that is going to pretty much put out the fire that Force has started here in Raleigh?
I don't know if Force is a fire, but every team that's gone up against them have played literally fucking shit.
That's fair. There's really not much more I could say on that one, my friend. Fabian, thank you so much for your time. And on that, let's actually go ahead and send it over to the desk to break it all down. I'm sure there's a lot to talk about with that colorful language.
Please, Devin, can you walk us through a few things?
Speaking of predators, that's actually a good lead in here because I want to talk about everyone's favorite manimal, and I don't mean jackal, of course, I mean lion. And I'm going to start off with this little fact here we saw right at the beginning of Villa. 19% versus the average of 3% played throughout the tournament of lion for G2. And keep in mind the context here. This is the team that famously started a petition to get rid of Lion from your man Fabian there. They had been trying to just get him out of the league to the point where he finally was. Now that he's back in, who's playing? Who's getting Lion banned against them? G2, of course. And I think they had some very, very effective performances. So I just want to show some of the ways for people that aren't familiar with why Lion's so good, why it's so good.
Go ahead.
Of course, we'll start with this round here and how it helped them get a plant down. They're in a situation where you've got a lot of the players just a little bit off site, not too bad, but a situation where all of a sudden they now pop the Lion. Now, they're completely frozen at that point. They can't come in. The rest of the players over here just taking their time, coming on in the door while you've got Goga swinging on in for the plant. And at this point, the kill goes down on the player that was over here, just because he can't really do anything at that point because he was frozen into position for so long. And now the plant can go down completely uncontested while the rest of the players get in position to cover it. Similar situation in another round. Just right after a kill, follows up here onto Pojo Man. We see him go down on the stairs. Now, all that's left is achieved here to try and defend this. Guess who's gonna get locked into place? It's gonna be achieved, and there once again, Goga is gonna go in for that plant. Not much the defenders can do. Plant's gonna go down successfully, and they are successful at contesting those plants afterwards. One more time as well, and this one is gonna be post-plant. The plant gets put down, and then it ends up in a situation where Fabian is dealing with having it popped while he's playing in the bathroom here, just trying to maintain an angle out this door, trying to guard the plant that is just down over here. So because of that, he's able to fight this kill down, or to knock down Bolo on the, and then have the Lion himself actually follow it up with the kill. Just not much anyone can do because of the way the Lion was locked down many, many times. There's even situations early in the rounds that I didn't show where they would use it to stop a trade after a kill. They would use it to allow themselves to reposition. It is so effective if you know how to use it right. And I say that because we went into the next map. You saw Bio use it, failed to use this twice. First time he dies early, second time completely ineffective. Even Uno failing to use it correctly. It needs players like my man Goga here, for example, playing it right. It's just, you have to know how to use it, but when you use it good, you see why it gets banned against G2 now.
Thank you very much for that, Devin. I think he broke it down better than I could.
I hope you're convinced now that Lion is a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, and I'd like to highlight, because they talked about Dokkaebi, and maybe Dokkaebi would have been even more difficult.
That's what I thought was ironic, is they banned the Dokkaebi, but then in Villa, you actually saw them playing Lion and Jackal, almost as if they wanted to just, no phone calls, but we're going to track you and stop you in your tracks the entire time.
That's a different type of Chinese herbal tea that we're talking about. Devin, thank you very much for that breakdown. I hope you guys are enjoying these segments, and we'll continue going through them as the weekend continues here. Devin, we'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Have fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Love you, baby girl. Let's head over here. I'm so glad that I'm here at the analysis desk where we can just break down every single bit of the matches, having Emzo as well to guide us through every single one of these rounds. Gentlemen, ladies, everybody watching at home, thank you very much for being part of the Major. This is Playday number 1 here at the playoffs. We'll be back tomorrow for 2 semi-finals and the show match here, the talent show match early on in the day. I'm Milosh, the Medic Finch, from everybody here at UB, at ESL. We bid you adieu. Good night. We love you. Bye-bye.